Reclaiming the Divine Feminine in the Story of Creation by Ginny Jones. Let's start with a simple truth. Man comes through the woman, a living portal, and all mammals begin as female. That might sound radical in some circles, but it's not. It's biology, it's spirituality, and yes, it's right there in the Bible. We've just been reading it through the wrong lens. It's time to dust off the old stories and see what's been hidden beneath centuries of patriarchal translation, because the Divine Feminine wasn't a side note. She was there from the very beginning. Understand this. Man said God was a man, but the evidence tells us that God was a woman. Genesis 1:27 says, God created man in his own image. Male and female, he created them. If both male and female were made in God's image, then God has to be capable of actually creating them both. The original Hebrew uses the word Elohim, the mighty ones, and it was the Elohim that created both man and woman, straight from the void. No clay, no rib, no middleman. Then in Genesis 2, when God forms man from dust and breathes life into him, the word for breath, ruach, is feminine. The very breath that gave Adam life was. Her breath, the spirit of life itself, is feminine. We've been told woman came from man's rib, but that's mistranslated. The Hebrew word, tzelah, merely means side. Instead of thinking in terms of something from the side, consider it as another side, as in spiritual side versus physical side. From that perspective, woman wasn't pulled from man's side. She was literally the spirit within man. And science agrees, having proven that every embryo begins female. The Y chromosome that creates males turns on later. If it doesn't, the body keeps developing as female. The natural blueprint. Even more amazing, studies show that female bone marrow contains stem cells that can behave like sperm cells. That means women literally carry the biological codes of life, both male and female, within them. Life doesn't just come through the woman, it literally begins with her. And Eve wasn't the villain. She was the first to awaken. They said, Eve ate the fruit and doomed humanity. But if you look closely, is that what really happened? She didn't act out of evil. She acted out of curiosity, courage, and awareness. She saw that the fruit was good, the same words God used in Genesis 1, and she ate of it. After she and Adam ate, the eyes of both were opened. That sounds like consciousness to me, not corruption. I should also point out that Eve was never told not to eat of the fruit of the tree. Adam was. When man's Lord God said, "Your husband will rule over you," that wasn't a divine command. It was a curse. Many don't know, but before Eve, there was Lilith, the first woman. She refused to bow to Adam not because she was disobedient, but because she refused to bow to her own creation. So, they erased her, demonized her, and replaced her with someone more manageable. Lilith's story is every woman's story, and they erased her. For thousands of years, the feminine was taken out of the equation, thus creating a man-made imbalance. The same imbalance that grows more evident as time continues, as we are witnessing today. To Lord God, that imbalance was crucial to his plan. But here's the truth that never died, though it was buried deep. She was not made in the image of a male God. She is the image of God. The feminine is the original divine form, and the blueprint of all life lives within her. Man is not the default. He's the variation. Life flows from the woman, through the woman, and continues because of her. She is the beginning and the end. She is the Alpha and the Omega. Because when she is no more, divine life will cease to exist. I contend that the breath that brought life was hers. And while men built entire religions around a masculine Lord God, the ancient language tells another story. Eve wasn't the downfall of man. She was the first to reach for knowledge, the first to awaken, the first to share wisdom. And that curse wasn't divine law. It was man's law, and may God have mercy on their souls.